guys, welcome back to Skyrim with Sigrid, obviously, the character I'm playing as. We gotta do a moth priest thing today. I got music, bedroom colors, wherever you stream your music, links in the video description. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, it's easy to do, really helps the channel out. Let's do it. Yeah, so there's these things called ancestor moths, which would help me read the Elder Scrolls safely. They let you read it without, well, staying alive. Yeah. I gotta figure out a way to get there. This Bloodlet Throne, which is a property I own technically. Is it? Or is it not? I don't know. That is the way over. I can't remember what's a property of mine or not. Let's head over. Oh, and mind you, Sigrid is also in another series of mine. She's the main character in my World of Warcraft series. I have a World of Warcraft series, yeah. So if you want to see her there, check out that series. Let's see. Wow. Look at the view. Thumbnail? Maybe. This is the place. All I had to do was have a fast travel to the Bloodlet Throne, and then make my way over from there. Okay. By the way, that bone sticking out, that's a dragon bone crossbow of hers.
This must be the place.
Yeah, it must be. By the way, I have a friendly vampire with me by the name of Serena. And
not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
No doubt. Okay. Look at this. I think this might...
Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Alright. Those must be the ancestor moths. Oh, for background, the moth priest guy, he was like, yeah, I rushed the process, which could take months or even years in preparation before I read the Elder Scrolls, and well, I've gone blind now because I read one Elder Scroll for you. And so, I guess you gotta do it. If you go blind, that's your problem. But there are these moths that will protect you from, that possible fate. Here it goes.
Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees.
It's right there. Following instructions.
Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Okay. That's interesting. I don't see it right now. I don't think there's any danger at the moment. So. I'm just looking around for ancestor moths. It's a normal activity. It's not extraordinary in any way, right? Everyone does it. I see some. The stairs. Ancient place. 4 of 7. Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of a glow. Alright, yeah, I'm seeing it. Six of 7. There's no glow at all. None. None whatsoever. One more.
Whoa. I think that might have been what we were waiting for. Let's head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls.
It's a bubble. It's a moth bubble. That's what I see, anyway. Let's do this. Let's read those scrolls. Alright. I have all 3 Elder Scrolls. Okay.
Nervous?
A map of Skyrim?
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
It was interesting.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost
Okay.
you there.
The bubble is gone.
You went as white as the snow.
That was, strange.
I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 leagues away. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
Okay. What do you know?
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs.
Oh no.
Where'd you come from?
It seems like her dad's people, maybe are like, hey, We can't let you we can't let you live. Let's charge up my bow.
Belongs to us.
One more? Maybe? Wow. So many vampires and thralls. Let's check something. I'm okay. Okay. We're gonna head over to Darkfall Cave. Hopefully Sigrid doesn't have to read any more Elder Scrolls. I wouldn't want my character to go blind or something. It's dark? I'll give it that. Darkfall Cave. Seems valid. Seems creepy. Speaking of dark. That's better. Okay, sleeping. Was that me? Or was that did I leave that here previous? I don't know. I don't remember if I've been here already.
Why would anyone want to set up? Stay on your guard.
I am. I'm sniping here. Haha. See, I could do stealth, guys. Right? I could snipe and do stealth if I'm in the mood for it. And if I have a crossbow like this. Someone there. Not marked as an enemy. Not yet. Could be an enemy. Yeah. Friendly? A friendly person in this cave? A person in this cave? Anyone in this cave?
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
I can feel some kind of power from it.
I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the great chantry of Auriel.
Okay.
Auriel, Auriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Whoa. Okay. What? I don't know what to think right now, guys. I don't know what to think. He's this...
I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed. Of course, you're here for Auriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
Assistance, huh?
For the thousands of years I've served as the Chantry's sentinel, there hasn't been a single visitor here for any other reason. They request Auriel's bow, and I request their assistance. It's been repeated so many times, I can't imagine it any other way.
So, nothing has happened.
I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother. The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Auriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha. He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Auriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death. Yes, let me show you.
I did not expect this whole thing. This is what, this is a snow elf.
So this is snow elf magic.
Uncorrupted.
Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Auriel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
Alright.
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry. Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer. Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened. This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Alright.
Questions?
Yes.
I expected as much. This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wished to become enlightened. Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the chantry and its way shrines. Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. They're ghosts of the Snow Elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties. I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum. We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home. In a manner of speaking, we had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price: the blinding of our race. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain. I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin, certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Okay.
The chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum. Werther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Alright.
May Auriel keep you free from harm.
Yeah, sorry if you guys were like, let's get to the action. But like,
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now.
I want to show the story to you guys, you know? And so that's why I wanted to ask him some questions. We might be getting into action. Who knows? Yep, action.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
My, candlelight spell is...
I knew I heard something. Done and done.
very important right now. Darkfall Passage isn't that dark. Right. As long as I have this going on.
Who's there?
Lots of, a lot of betrayed. So many betrayed.
That'll teach you. Who's there? I knew I heard something.
I think I will still call. In future episodes, I still might call them Falmer, because if I say they're the betrayed,
That'll teach you.
you know, people will be like, hey, why are you calling them the betrayed? Unless I tell the story. I could call them the betrayed, and, you know, tell the story of they were snow elves that, betrayed their own people.
Who's there?
Or were betrayed and did betray. I don't know.
Done and done.
A chesty chest. Nice. One thing I think I'm going to do here is, I don't know how long it's going to be. So I'm going to not take everything. I don't want to overload my storage. I mean, I have a lot. Oh, alliteration, cool. But I don't want to overload it.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
By the way, the weapons Sigrid uses were enchanted by her. They might have even been created by her. Just so you know.
I knew I heard something.
At least upgraded by her. They've all been upgraded by her.
Kill the beast.
Blacksmithing. And, enchanting.
What have you got? That'll teach you.
Armor 2 was at least enchanted by Sigrid and bettered, improved by Sigrid, strengthened. Something about that. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, I do, but I don't.
Who's there?
I don't know when I'll be able to get back to store everything.
That'll teach you.
You know.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
What?
That'll teach you.
As it was, you know, I think I should end it right here. I got music, bedroom colors, wherever you stream your music. Links in the video description. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's easy to do, really helps out the channel. Thank you for watching.